get going with those that showed up. What is happening on your screen, Jill? What is happening? That is just so weird. Who is so excited to get their workout done this morning? Right? It was so fun. I mean, I died. I went and did it outside in the heat, like with no shade, but you know, it was still fun. All right, so we're gonna get going. We're recording right now. Let me see here. I wanted to shout people out that were already in Success Club, but I don't have it up in front of me and I don't want to like waste time on here. So let me just see if I can pull up the one that's right in Project Fearless. It's not completely updated, you guys, but it's like close enough. So I wanted to give a shout out to, all right, let's see here. So we've got, and I'm sure that these numbers probably have changed, you guys. This was just the last time we did it. So Mariah was at 18 points. Shannon was at 18 points. Myself at 16. Katie at 16. Kat at 10. Meg at 10. Erica at 8. Renee at 8. Casey at 8. Kaylin at 6. Nikki at, well, it says she's at 4, but it says she's in the club. So I think maybe she is at 6. And then we also have so many other people, like so super duper freaking close, that maybe are already in or whatever. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We are not at the end of the month. Just because we launched our program today and it was day 1 for Morning Meltdown does not mean that all of a sudden the month is over and we stop inviting, right? So like, how many of you have been kind of like freaking out a little bit like, oh my God, we started now. Like, how do I invite to this? Because we've already started. Right? And instead, what we want to be doing today is we want to be sharing the crap out of this group and how excited we are. One of the things that I love when we do like a big group, like this challenge group, is that it gives you so much fodder for social media naturally. You don't have to like make things up. You can literally just show stuff. So like, you can use this screen record on your phone and you can go over to the challenge group and you can scroll through it and be like, holy crap, look at all these girls that I worked out with this morning. Or you can say, you know, if maybe you have a coach in there, you know, and they wrote to you or they posted something in that group, you know, you can share that about their excitement. If there was a post in the group that was like somebody just saying that, you know, they loved it or they're so excited or they're loving the support of the group or things like that, that's all stuff, regardless of whether it's your personally sponsored coach or not, that you can screenshot and you can go and throw up on your social media, especially your Instagram story, and say, dudes, like this group is so exciting. Like I had total FOMO getting out of bed this morning because I just wanted to do my workout because I saw all these other people had already done it. And like it got me out of bed. And then I started seeing all these people and what they were saying. And I was like, oh, they love it. And it was exciting. So that's what you want to focus on right now. You want to focus on that excitement, because when you focus on joy, when you focus on excitement, you are a magnet for that, right? You create more of it and people want part of it. People don't have to know anything about what you're doing, but if you seem super happy, excited, and like, just like, bah, they want in. They literally are like, I don't know what the hell she's on, but I want on it. Like, I want on that train. I'm going where she's going. I don't know what it is. We're going. So make sure that you are sharing that excitement. The other thing that I would say to people is, I started today and it's not too late. We can get you in there. You get access right away. The other thing that you can tell them is, we're starting in waves, right? So this is a 100-day program. This isn't like it's like 21-day fix. This isn't 3 weeks and done. This is 100 days, you guys. It's longer than 80-day obsession. And so with that said, you want to make sure, keep in mind, I think we're all thinking like 100 days is so freaking crazy long. But if you think about 80-day obsession, it's actually 90 days because they don't count the rest days. And if you think about like P90X or any of those sorts of things, they are that same like time length too. It's just we're not taking rest days. Those Sundays or whatever where we're doing like an active recovery are counted as a day. So you want to make sure that you can wrap your mind around that, but think about the fact that it is a longer program. It's 20 to 30 minutes. It's something that anyone can do, and we're not going to just be like done with it in 100 days. Like if you talk about how this is lifestyle and it really is just fitting in a workout every single day, but this is fun because it's 100 different ones, talk up the fact that it's 100 different workouts. Don't scare people with it's 100 days. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then you can just talk about the excitement of the group. Don't talk about what day they are on. Like, we're all doing this workout. There's 100 different workouts, like 10 different kinds. It's crazy. There's a live DJ. It's so super fun. Like, get in here with me. That's what you're going to be talking about, and that's what you're going to be inviting to. Now, if you have somebody that, like, let's say they don't order until like next week, just tell them your next date for the start, like your next wave, tell them that date. So you can make those dates for yourself, like every 2 weeks, so that when you're signing people up, if you do want to start on a specific day with a group of people, I have a new group starting on this date. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to have anybody starting on that date right now, right? They don't know that, but like, you're telling your next batch of people that. So like, eventually you'll have the people in that batch, but like, it doesn't have to be today that you have 5 people in there. Also, if you did not listen to Miguel Carrasco's call this morning on the National Wake Up Call, it was awesome. It was literally like pure gold. He was giving you scripts of what to say to people. You can email like anybody who's on your old customer list. So that's for more like people who've been around for a little bit and you've been making Success Club. You're part of the customer program if you're an Emerald, which means you have customer leads. You can send an email to those customer leads, and you can divide them by who has Beachbody on demand and who doesn't, and like send them a quick email. I did that today. I looked at like 4,000 customers or something crazy like that. So I reached out to all the ones that have BOD already, and I just said, oh my God, you've got to join this. We started it today. You need the VIP access. It's literally $37 for your unlock, or it's $59 for your, if they're a coach. I know if they're not a coach and they're a customer, it's $70 and $49. But you can put both numbers there for them in the email and say, it's this much and we're going to crush it. Like, do you want to do this with me? Don't make it like a huge long email. Just make it like a short, like, do you want to do this with me kind of email and see what they say. Or even better, if you guys have customers that you signed up yourself, message them, voice message them that same type of message and invite them to this. So those are a few other things that you can be doing. Those customers, or, those customers that you have that do not have Beachbody on demand, I would say coaches, but I don't think any coach that you have doesn't have Beachbody on demand. But customers that you have, this is a great way to get them on Beachbody on demand. Again, build up that excitement, talk to them about what the group has to offer, give them a quick invite to the group and get them in there. So those are a few of the things that you can still be doing right now, even though day one started, to get people into your group. And if you still have promo codes, you guys, if you have not used your promo code, now is a better time to build that as an incentive, because there literally is a time limit on it. Like, you have 2 days, you have 48 hours and these bitches expire. So like, if you want to use one of these, like, I would be quick and message me right away so that you can get one of these and take those $10 off so that you can get started. Make sense? Awesome. Do you feel less crazy about the fact that we've already started? Yes. Okay, cool. So that was what I wanted to talk about tonight, but I also think that, who's in Success Club right now? I'm trying to see hands. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So those that are in Success Club, I know we had come on here last week and share what they are doing. Instead of sharing what you're doing currently, I want you to give one tip to the people in here, your most important tip for them to get into Success Club in the next 48 hours, even if they need 3 people. So whoever wants to start that can.
I'll start. Follow up with literally anybody you've spoke to in the past, whoever you've put, in a Snoop group, or just anybody you've spoken to who's like even remotely given you a maybe later. Follow up with them. Like, that is where you're going to get a lot of, responses following up. So that's my tip.
And what are you saying to them, Renee?
Basically, I go right through whatever we have from scripts before. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, but I just want to follow back up because we have this awesome program and you really don't want to miss out. It's awesome. The energy is amazing. Everybody's getting great results that were in the test group. Would you like to join me? And that's kind of what I say.
Hers is so nice. Katie, will you share your follow-up the other day? Just because it's funny.
I think I said, hey lady, what you thinking? We start Monday.
And mine the past few days has been, You're gonna have so much FOMO. You're making a mistake if you don't jump in here. Like, are you ready? Like, literally, that's it. So, like, that is something that you guys can make your own, and you can. I feel like the more direct, the better right now, because it's crunch time, right? So if there's still a no right now, you rather know that like right this second, so you're not wasting your time talking to them. You can move on to the next person who's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it, right? So like. And I have had so many people who are like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. So, like, you want to make sure that you're talking to them, but you can't get to them if you're wasting all your time with somebody who's already said no, and then you're trying to convince them. So that quick little message is super duper important. Who wants to go next? I think, Kat, you said you want to go.
I'm still using the Snoop group as like a major invite. So obviously following up is important, but it's also important to be inviting to new people. So having a script for that Snoop group, having it saved with the, text replacement, and literally firing it out. And I'm starting with like the people that are watching my Instagram stories, and then I'm going to my posts on Instagram. And if they've looked at any of my posts in the past few weeks, I'm messaging them as well. And then I'm doing the same with Facebook. Whether it be someone that's liked a post or whether it be someone that I've talked to, whatever. It doesn't even have to be anybody recently. I'm literally just hammering it out. And what I've done is I've done like a 15-minute timer, put on some killer tunes, jam out, and just slam it out to as many people as you can.
Jam out with your clam while you slam it out.
And then just get it out to as many people as possible.
What are you writing to them? And I'm asking these very specific questions, you guys, because that's what everybody wants to know, right? Like, everybody who's like not in Success Club, they're like, what the fuck are you doing that I'm not? So tell them.
So my text replacement is Snoop 2, because I have a Snoop 1 invite too. But it says, hey babe, I hope this message finds you well. I'm not sure if you've seen my posts of me starting this new 100-day workout, but it's going to be a freaking blast. With the interest popping up, we've made a little Snoop group with some info on the plan. Would you like me to check it out to see if it's up your alley? Or would you like me to add you to check it out to see if it's up your alley?
See, what I love Kat's approach, and I love what she's doing, and she's setting herself up for those next waves. But what's important here is she's already in Success Club. So if you're not already in Success Club, I would tweak the invite just slightly. So instead of adding them into the Snoop group for more info, maybe send them just like a quick 2-minute like clip on it, like a video clip instead. So you're not putting them off into the Snoop group and then like maybe not hearing from them for 24 hours, 48 hours, right? Because you're talking to them right then and there. So send the link with the clip and be like, here, it's 2 minutes, take a peek right now. And then what questions do you have for me? Cool?
Yeah, or if you add them into the Snoop group, kind of mention the promo codes. And I've been saying that they expire like within 24 hours just to create some like urgency. So like get back to me as soon as possible and check out the Snoop group.
Yes. Also, it was a tip that came from Miguel today, but in the email that I wrote to people, I said, you're going to want to respond to me fast because those promo codes are going to go, right? So like, it's always about building that urgency with those people. Who else?
I've been doing everything that Renee and Kat and everyone said, but if you have been here for a while, something that I didn't realize was going to take me so long is I've gone through every Snoop group we've ever had. Like 80 Day, we had the launch party and the Snoop group, and then Transform 20, Lift 4. I think that's it. But I've been going maybe To Be Mindset, and I've gone through like everybody and just sent them a quick invite and a lot of them kind of fell off my radar. So it's been cool to kind of reconnect with those people and chat goals and stuff. So
yeah, did the same for the Snoop groups and challenge groups. So like that We Are Obsessed challenge group that we had with all the people who crushed 80 Day Obsession. Like, I think there's like 900 people in that challenge group. It's insane. But you can go through there. And what I did with those guys is I wrote something to them like, this is going to be bigger than freaking We Are Obsessed. Like, this group is going to be a game changer. 100 workouts, live DJ, crazy insane. I know you know what it was like last time we launched something together like this. It was bananas. Like, do you want it? And from that message, I got a lot of people that were like, okay, you piqued my interest. I want in. So that's also like, and you can just go to your regular challenge groups too. So any of your old challenge groups, you can go back to those people and you can maybe even say, hey, I know you're totally crushing it right now with like Fix Extreme or whatever. And like, you love the challenge group, but like this group over here, just after today, like you have to be in there. Like have you considered unlocking the VIP access? Something like that. Meg.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything else that everybody else is doing. But kind of like the National Wake Up Call this morning, he talked about making somebody feel special and then also being direct at the same time and creating that sense of urgency. So it could be something like anybody who checked out like the sample workout. I know, like a month ago we were inviting to that. I kind of still am planting those seeds for the future. Anybody who checked out the Snoop group, you can go back to them. If they've kind of ghosted you, that's normal. Message them again because everybody's super busy this summer. So people, you don't know what everybody else is doing. So you could say something like, hey, I just completed my first workout, morning meltdown. I can so see you doing this with me. I have one last $10 promo code to give to a friend, and I would love to give it to you. Would you like to see your options to get started? And if they've seen options, you can say, what's your email address and what pack are you going with? But be direct.
Yeah, this call is so like meaty right now. Like there's so many good tips in here. So like we are recording it. I would just literally replay and like type things out and like re-listen because it's like it's solid gold happening right now. I love the sample workout. Like that is a way, like you guys, in the past, we've never had that. We've never had like a sample workout that we can just send out to somebody. And so the major difference with that is that in the past, in order to build value or give something to somebody that was like really of value to them when they hadn't signed up or anything yet, like you almost had to depend on like your old conversations, right? Like, so this person told me that she always likes sweets. So I would be like, oh, I'm going to send this chick this like chickpea brownie recipe that I found, you know what I mean? Because it's like a free value add that I can just connect on. This is a free freaking 30-minute freaking workout. Like, here, go sweat your fucking ass off. Like, you're going to have fun. You're going to get a taste of this. And honestly, if you can't afford Jack right now, you could do that workout for the next week and a half and like lose some weight. So it's like, here is a really huge value add piece, but it's so good the way they did it with just like having it bits and pieces of all the workouts. I mean, how cool do you feel at the end of that like sample workout when she's got you doing like the weird shit, like, right? Like you're like, oh my God, I feel cool. That's what it does. And like the badass moves, like the jumps and stuff. That's what that workout does. It's giving you like a really good taste of the DJ and of her and say yes and all the stuff. So they have that feeling. And then you're telling them that this group is like off the charts insane. You can even do what I did today, which is like a screenshot of your phone and just scroll through so they can see all of the posts happening. So they know you're not making this shit up. And like literally they want it. Build FOMO. That is like your job, is to build FOMO. It's like you have the best underground like freaking fit club that anybody has ever heard about. Most people haven't. It's like Fight Club. You don't talk about it unless you're part of it, and they can get in it and have the best time of their lives and get the most fit that they've ever been. But like you have to like be dropping those little breadcrumbs of like, this is awesome and you want it. All right, who else? Who else is in the club that hasn't talked? Shannon?
I've been everything that everyone said already, and just kind of along the same lines as Meg. When I've been following up for people, and I legitimately like have to apologize, but I know a lot of people like they see your messages and then they ghost you, but they've seen them, and or they see the first sample line, and I've been starting mine off with something to like get them to open it. So I've been like, hey lady, I have to apologize, like I should have invited you sooner, but we've got just a couple days left for you to grab this this new program, talking about the group and just mentioning the promo code. And that usually gets people to respond because they're like, oh no, don't worry, it's life is busy or whatever. But just kind of wording things like that or I've been sending the GIFs of like the guy on the skateboard that's like, hey girl.
I love those. I try to find the most inappropriate ones and send them.
But just ways to kind of like just break the ice a little bit more. And I know like it's something I would do anyway, but like Meg said, like make them feel special. And because I know I've done a crappy job at tracking, and that's something that I've started doing better at now, and that's helped a lot as far as following up with people. tracking, writing down everyone that I've had in the Snoop group, going back to those people, checking in again with them, whether they said they're interested or they're not. Like, hey, last chance, I have, however many promo codes left, and I really wanted to offer you one before, they all got snagged.
Yeah, I love that. Like, that's such a good thing. Like, you guys, we used to talk about it all the time in like our Find, Share, Invite group. Before you post to social media or before you send a message, read it out loud to yourself. Does it sound like you? Does it sound like something you would say to somebody in person, or does it sound like salesy? And if it sounds like an infomercial, then you need to rewrite it, or you know what I mean? And like, I love that tip of like, break the ice more, make it more human, make it sound more like you, get them to start talking to you. It's not so robotic. And if you do that, it'll be way more fun too. So I like that idea as well. Anyone else in the club? Who's in the club? Casey, are you in? I think you are. I just unmuted you.
I have to use my phone and I don't know what to do on the Zoom. So anyway, I think I talked last week. It's just being consistent, lean into the hard, and definitely be real. And I've learned a lot whenever last week I said I would freeze up, I'd get overwhelmed, and then I would shut down for a week, seriously, from coaching, not so much from the challenge groups, but stay consistent, lean into the hard. And when you don't want to send a message, when you don't want to respond, that is the time when you respond. That is the time when you lean in. And that's where I found the most success. So that's encouraging to lean into it, answer the freaking message, do the thing, do the work. And the more you do that, the more fearless you become.
So who else? Here's what I want. I want somebody to, Casey, now I can't mute. Yeah, I muted you. I was going to say I can't mute you now, so you're just unmuted forever, but I did mute you. Let's see. Anybody else that's in? Did we get everybody that was in already? Erica, you're unmuted.
Okay. I'm doing everything that everybody else that's talked has said. The other thing that has made a huge difference for me is putting way more invites out on my social media pages, as well as my stories. I have got an invite on my story every 24 hours, and I am reaching out to people, whether they vote that they want info or not.
Yes.
Because the ones that aren't clicking that they want info, there's still some people out there that want info. They're just too afraid to click, yes, send me the info.
Yes.
So, and it really is following up with everybody a bazillion times.
That's such a good point. And I don't know how many of you know Christina Battaglia, but she'll say it. She never, ever, ever, ever would have been that person that clicked the link. But because somebody saw that she was watching their shit and like reached out to her, she did finally sign up because it was just like the right time. So you have to think about people too. Are they like you? Are they going to reach out or comment on a stranger's post? Would you have done that? And if the case is no, but you're still like, you were like kind of interested, because I mean, clearly you were, you're on this call, then, then how many of the people are doing that same thing to your posts? Mm-hmm. And so with what Erica said and with what Casey said, using all the tools and everything that, the rest of us just said, that's what you want to be consistent with. Like, you want to be consistent with the posting, with the call to action invites, with everything that we've just mentioned on this call. Now, if you're brand new, you need to sign your spouse up. That is like the number one thing that you do. You sign your spouse up. That's 2 of your points right there. And it's setting your business up for success in the long term, because you want them on your weak leg so that you control a business center on your weak leg to build volume and then to put your second business center on their weak leg. That is how you create massive income and full-time income growth. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, make a list of like 30 to 40 people that you know of that you can send one of these invites that we've just said to you to. You want to make sure that you literally just start, like when I was a brand new coach, I couldn't sign my spouse because I was my spouse's spouse that got signed up. So like I was already signed up under Ryan. So I had to think about who I could sign up. So I literally put up a post and I just reached out to every single person who liked or commented on it. And then I went down my friends list on Facebook and I just started sending invites to every single one of them. Hey, I don't know if you saw what I'm doing. I've got this group going on. It's freaking awesome. You should want in with me. Do you want to do this with me? That's it. Something really simple like that. So spouse first, family member like mom or dad that you can control as well on the opposite side. Be like, dude, do this for me. If they won't, that's what grandparents are for. Grandparents love you and they'll just do stuff for you because they love you. So sign up a grandparent. Bestie, who's your best friend? Be like, freaking do this with me. Like, you don't have to coach, but sign up as a coach and do this freaking workout with me because you're going to kick yourself in the ass when I look hot and you don't. Then who else? Anybody that you go to church with, that you work with, that you're on like, like a team with, anything like that, reach out to them. Those are people you can think of. Who did you go to high school with? Who did you go to college with? Create those lists. Start going through them. And then it's to social media. And you start going down your Facebook list and you do not prejudge, you guys, because you never know who is going to want to do this with you. You never know who your next Katie Meserve is. You never know who your next Meg Lyon is. You never know who your next Joan Crocker is. You literally could have them right there in your friends list, but you just haven't reached out to them yet. And they could be that person that you throw on that inside leg that starts blowing things up and you start making crazy cycle bonuses every single week. They are literally an invite away. You have to start inviting them, okay? So people on your friends list, people on your followers list, that's who you start reaching out to. The last thing that I'm gonna say is use the conversation template, okay? So the conversation template is going to help you. It's what every successful coach on this team used. And I am going to do a caveat right now, which is that it's the end of the month and we're inviting to something very specific, which is the Morning Meltdown 100 group. And so with that, I think it's okay to skip kind of a larger portion of the conversation because you're literally saying, I'm doing this. Do you want to do it with me? When they say, what is it? Send them the little video clip or add them to the Meltdown Snoop group with that information about the promo code incentive like Katie said, and then get back to them within 5 minutes, 10 minutes and say, are you in with me? And, if they have any, or do you have any other questions? And when they start asking those questions, then you can go from there, you guys. But that's how you make this a really quick conversation right now, because you are inviting to something very specific. It isn't just like an open challenge group where you're trying to figure out like all their goals and all their food things and like figuring out like which program's good for them and stuff like that. Now, once they say they're in, don't skip this part. And this is really important, you guys. Do not skip talking to them about their nutrition because you have the ability to add on Ultimate Portion Fix or To Be Mindset for them, dependent upon what's going to be the best for them, for $59, which I think it's typically $120 for those programs. So they're 50% off and you're giving them a resource that most people struggle with the most that they're going to have access to for the rest of the year, not just access to during this program. Also, don't just settle for the base pack, okay? Don't just settle for the base challenge pack because that's what you feel comfortable selling or you feel weird asking for more money. You're not asking for more money. They're buying something of value that's going to help them change their lives. You are supposed to recommend what's best for them, not what's more comfortable for what you think about your own wallet, right? So you want to make sure that when somebody says, and this was a huge game changer, you guys, when we started selling 80-day obsession packs, because we made it like part of Timed Nutrition to be drinking Hydrate, to be drinking Recover, to be drinking Energize, to be drinking your shake, it was built in. And all of the coach test group said to people, if you want the results that we have, you follow the nutrition plan to a T. Do I have to do Shakeology? Well, that's part of the nutrition plan to a T. So if you want these results, that is what I'm recommending. If you're not doing that, then you're not actually doing it to a T. And so, yeah, you'll get good results, but I can't guarantee you that they're going to be this, right? And so when you start talking about like what somebody needs with this particular pack, don't just say, oh, like, the challenge pack's $160 and I'll give you the $10 off, so it's $150, and like, which one would you want? It's no, I recommend the combo pack for you. Here's why. Shakeology is going to be, and then you relate it back to their stuff that they have going on, right? So if there's somebody who's super busy, Shakeology is going to be the most convenient meal for the day for you, where you can get all of your nutrients. It's going to help with your energy. It's going to help with your gut health. It's going to help with your like blood sugar, so you stop craving shit. It's going to fill your nutritional gaps. You're going to feel freaking amazing. This is why you need it, okay? And you're going to stop buying coffee at 2 p.m. in the middle of the day, because you're not going to have that well, because you're going to use this as your snack instead, right? That's what you're going to say to them. And then you're going to say, and Energize, that's going to help you motivated to work out in the morning. So I know that you don't want to open your eyes and you don't want to get up earlier. Put your Energize in a hydro flask, shake it up with some ice in there, and set it by your bed. When that alarm goes off, chug it, and you're going to be good to go in 15 minutes when that snooze stops. Okay, then you're going to say, Recover is going to make it so you don't get deterred from the workout, because you're not going to be as sore the next day. So this is the full plan, and that's what I recommend to you with UPF added on, because that's the portions control system. That's the nutrition plan that's literally going to help you learn everything you need to know about nutrition and help you get the best results possible. I give them the full solution. They come back at with me with okay. If they come back with me to me with okay, that's what I'm like, awesome. I also threw Hydrate in your cart too. It's super freaking hot out. That workout today almost killed me. Hydrate saved my life, right? That's what you say to them. It's one of my favorite products to use. You're going to love it. Sometimes I even mix it with my Energize, and it tastes amazing. Oh, and if you have a cocktail, you can drink it the night before you go to bed, and you won't have a hangover. Us coaches don't really tell people that, but that's the truth, right? So like literally that's what you say to them, and you make it your own, right? Or you say, hey, I added the bars on because you told me you're always in the car, like whatever. And then they have the ability to take it out of the cart if they want to, but you just did your job as a coach to tell them how this is the full solution of this is your nutrition, this is your workouts, and this is your support system. And I'm going to get you to your freaking goals. Now you let them decide what they're going to keep and what they're going to get rid of. And hopefully they keep it all. But if they get rid of something, they'll probably say, well, I don't know, that's a little bit expensive. I can't afford all of that right now. If I had to choose between this one and this one, what would you recommend I do? And I always say Shakeology, you guys, because Shakeology has changed my life. It's changed my health. It's changed everything. If I don't have Shakeology during the day, I'm depressed. I have low energy. I will crave everything on the planet. I can't stop freaking eating. Like, it is a game changer. I never get sick. And I tell them that. And I tell them why I'm recommending that they at least do that particular thing. Make sense? Okay. Last tip for brand new people. You need to up your game with your invites, and you need to go down those lists and everything that I just said. You can re-listen to this call if you want to, but if you are having conversations, reach out to your coach for help so that they can help you help other people, so that you can get those Success Club points on the board, but more importantly, so you can help more people this month. It's always way more fun when you've got your own coaches in the group with you. It keeps you more accountable, and you're like, you get those messages that just fill your heart right here, and you're like, this fucking rocks, and I'm so fucking glad I'm a coach. So, all right, that's all I had for you tonight. Any questions? Let me look at these comments. Katie, me likey. I don't know what that was too. Meg always makes you feel like she's talking directly to you. I love that. Gonna snag that one. All right. Meg, Katie, I just completed my first workout on this morning meltdown, and I can so see you doing this with me. Something holding you back? I have one last $10 promo code to give to a friend, and I would love for it to be you. Would you like to see your options to get started? Yes, I would. I'm in. Yes, yes. Lean into the hard. Yes. Snoop Group is the info group. You can find the link on in the team page, or ask your coach if you don't know what the Snoop Group is. You should definitely know what that is. Kat loves that. All right. We good? We good. I'll post the recording soon.